How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Dad Dave, and this is episode 29 of a Let's Play series from Farming Simulator 22 on the mod map Iowa Plains View. When we last left off, we ended up finishing all the work that needed to be done to our two fields there at the farm. We ended up, we seeded them, rolled them, fertilized them, limed them in one of the field's cases, and just did everything to get them, ready for harvest season. But we also ended up working on collecting a whole bunch of money. Bunch of money. We had tons of product just strewn all over the entire countryside of, we had pig food, we had bread, we had butter popcorn. We had all sorts of products just sitting there ready for me to do stuff. Oh, and we had the entire straw accessories production point. That was full, completely full of stuff that needed to be sold. And as you can see now, we're up to almost $500,000. We almost have $500,000 after going through and selling everything. Awesome. And what does that mean? Guess what? Whoop. I guess we gotta save. It means we can pay off the entirety of our loan. Nope, we're borrowing. Now we're paying back. Yes, look at it go, look at it go. And check it out. After all that, we still have $190,000, and now the loan is gone. Debt free, baby. Debt free. I love it. But what do we got going on today? Well, as you can see, we got, we're over here at Jackson's farm. You can see right there in the background. And just right across the way is the electrical power plant right over there and the biogas plant. So we're over here. We got a contract to do. We got to fertilize. So let's go ahead and get on top of that right away. We've actually got two other contracts, and both of them are actually weeding contracts. I'm not 100% sure if they're going to work out or not. So, gonna turn this worker loose. There we go. And let them go ahead and get their thing going. I'm going to run over to the other particular, was it this way? It was this way. That's right. I'm going to run over to the other fields there, and I'm going to go ahead and get them up and running, and hopefully, hopefully that's going to work, because in the last episode, as you saw, we had a little bit of a problem there with one of the weeding contracts. Unfortunately, that's what these two are, weeding contracts. So let's go ahead and get over there and see what we can get to. We'll see you over there. All right, we made it. Let's see, let's go ahead. Alright, drop this down. Here's hoping. Let's see, is it working? I can't tell. All the weeds are blending. Yes, look at that, it's working. Oh, sweet. Alright, that makes me happy. So, that means that... Alright, well, let's go ahead and turn them loose, and then right across the street is our next one. We'll go ahead and fire this one up and turn them loose. There we go. It's working. Oh, so happy about this. I was so nervous that these weren't going to work. Have the same issues we had last time and just completely miss out on these contracts. So now that these are up and running, need to run, nope. I can run up to the shop. So I don't know if you noticed, but my fields had some weeds and I need to deal with them. Now, they're in first stage of growth, but when all things considered with the precision farming, one thing that you're able to do is for your weed control, you're supposed to be able to spray them to be able to get the kind of full bonus when it comes to the weed control, and specifically you need to spray them with a sprayer that has that specific attachment on the sprayers themselves. So I think what I can do is actually buy one of those sets of equipment. I don't know if I can spray them now or if I have to wait until they're in later stages of growth for the weeds. And if they have to be in later stages, that's fine. But it's just one of those. Wait a minute. Completed their task. Who completed their task? Oh, it's the one across the street. All right, I'll deal with him in a little bit. But I am gonna go ahead and purchase a sprayer as well as the herbicide necessary to be able to fill it. But I'll go ahead and cut you back in as soon as I'm done buying it. See you in a bit. Alright, as you can see, we got us a sprayer. And it's got those little sensors on it, so hopefully that's exactly what we need. So it actually just dawned on me I need to buy some herbicide for it, so let's do that too. Alright, we've got us some herbicide as well as our sprayer. I'm going to run back across the street real fast so I can get this worker back up and running again. Then I'm going to head over to the farm and yeah, get what I need there to pick up the new set of equipment that we got. I'm pretty excited about this. But I will see you back at the farm here in just a little while. Alright, so you can see we made it back up here to the farm. I'm going to go ahead and pull through right up to this point here. I don't have to worry about hurting my neighbor's fields because there's nothing in it right now, so lower this into place. Alright. That appears to be working. Let's see. Oh yes, that is most certainly working. That's excellent. Well, cool. I was worried that this is going to be a waste of money and wouldn't need it right away, and nope, it works out good. And with the little spot sprayer, it's really not using a whole lot. Sweet, yeah, look at it go. You can see how the sprayer, like you can barely make it out there, but the sprayers are kicking on and kicking off as soon as it sees one of these weeds. Which that's, I guess, the whole point of the piece of equipment is to do that. So let's see. Ay, 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 holy smokes. Yeah, you can really see it there now. That's a much better angle. Sprayers are kicking on and kicking off whenever it sees a weed. Now you really see it right there. Check that out. You know what? I've said this numerous times, but the advancement in equipment is astonishing. And I don't mean in the game, I mean in real life. Because this, I'm sure, is based off of real life equipment, as is most of this game. And what's amazing is to think that there's a set of equipment out there that's is able to recognize the difference between the greenery of the now growing oats versus the greenery of the weeds. And not only can it detect the difference, but then it will actually sit there and turn on and turn off an individual jet when it detects it. You know, and it's just the amount of what's the right word? The amount of ingenuity that is required to get to this point. Now imagine farming, 50 years ago, 100 years ago, you know, 500 years ago. Like the amount of advancements that has been in the farming community all throughout history is just mind-boggling. I mean, think of just the way a seeder works. You know, taking a giant hopper full of seeds, and then if it's a direct drill, it will actually like implant the seed under the soil and bury it to where it's at the right depth to where it's going to be able to poke through and do its thing and grow and mature into whatever it was that it's supposed to be. Like it's just a really kind of astonishing thing when you sit back and look at it. I know I've said this many times in other videos and whatnot, but I really get to thinking about this stuff from time to time, especially when I see something like this. And this is something I don't tend to use a lot of, is the spot spraying and whatnot. So this isn't the first time, but it's been a while since I've had to do any kind of spot spraying. For herbicide, typically I'll do spraying for contracts, or year in and year out I will plow out the fields so that way I don't have to deal with weeds. And I was thinking, a while back, if I'm just sitting there and constantly plowing out the fields, then why do I even keep weeds, the setting for weeds on? So I decided for this Let's Play that this was going to be the one where I did the initial plow when the plow state is required to get the yield bonus or get the yield back up to proper, but then after that it's fair game for weeds. And I mean, so far I don't know why I really kind of held off on it. It seems kind of pretty straightforward. And you see, I mean, I've only used 5% of the herbicide in this tank. Like I was thinking I was gonna get one of the real big hardy sprayers, 4,000 plus liter tanks, or even the Kubota with 15,000 liter capacity. Like I was really thinking about kind of going all in kind of thing. But then I'm like, you know what? I don't want to put myself right back in the position I was in, where I'm buying equipment that's too big or too much, that is just, it's suited for the job, but it's just too much for the time being, and dig myself right back into debt. So I didn't want to have to do that all over again, and I'm actually kind of glad that I did, because look at this, we're almost done with this particular field. We've only used 6%. Let's see. Did I miss a whole bunch of weeds? I think I did. Oh, yeah, I did. There it goes. Okay, perfect. But see, I've got a whole lot of weeds on the outer border here. I wonder if it's because it's right on the outer edge of the field, it's not recognizing, or I might have not even been close enough to the field edge. So, yeah, maybe I just missed it and wasn't uh, wasn't paying that much attention, I guess. But yeah, I'm just really genuinely intrigued about how this system works. Like, just bloop 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 bloop. It's specifically focused on only the ones that register when there's a weed, rather than with them all firing off and you're using a whole bunch of herbicide that you don't need to. I mean, I really like it. It's kind of a cool system when you really, like I said, when you really think about it. All the mechanics that are involved, all the electronics are involved, the computer uh, functionality. It's like the big marriage of the physical, the electrical, and the yeah, kind of the physical and the electrical, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. So now let's go ahead and let's see if I can clean up those edges. Let's see. Oh, okay, so it does look like alright, so yeah, we're just going to do a quick pass around the outer edge. Just make sure I'm kind of hanging off just enough to get everything to register. Yeah, see, check that out. Now it's definitely catching there. So I'll have to remember that for the next field, is to make sure I kind of hang over just ever so slightly, so I make sure I'm getting all the kind of edge. See, how are my workers doing? Well, they're plugging along. They're going. Oh, and the other worker's done. Okay, well, let me I'll go ahead and cut us from here. I'm going to make a phone call, and I'm going to go ahead and collect on that contract, have them deposit the money into my account, and then, yeah, we'll get working on the next field and move on from there. We'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so as you can see, we're in our big field now. We are just chugging along, gonna let the worker do their thing, and I think from here, I'm gonna move on to some other things that are kind of on the back of my mind right now. So, I keep thinking of ways to utilize the straw that we have squirreled away in Dexter's laboratory right now. And right now we only really have this production point for the biomass heating plant. It's taking in straw and doing stuff with it. But I got to thinking, what could I do to better kind of suit the needs of the farm at the moment? And then it occurred to me that, well, there may be other farmers in the area who are looking to have their yards mucked out. And it occurred to me, well, if that's the case, then they're going to have a place to store that. So I can supply a whole bunch of straw, and people bring their manure, and I can utilize on the manure. And I'm thinking about being able to feed it through the biogas plant, and whatnot. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a hold of my contractor and I'm going to head down to the biogas plant and discuss with my contractor some possibilities of what can and can't be done around there. So I'm going to go ahead and head down there. We'll see you over there in a little bit. Alrighty, so we're here at the biogas plant, and I think I got the contractor up here to kind of do a bit of work. So I think what we're going to end up doing is we're going to knock down one of these bunks from the bunker silo set here, and then we're going to build a whole new infrastructure right over here. So I've got him on board. He says it's doable, so let's put him to work. And there we go. So basically what ended up happening is we got the contractor and his crew out here. They started tearing into the bunker silo here to try and remove this bunk. Well, the problem is that this bunk is so well built that the contractor said they would have to get so much special equipment out here to do the job to rip this down that it'd just be cheaper just to build the building around it. And I didn't necessarily have a problem with it. So here we are. Let's see, somewhere around here. There it is. Alright, so for every 1,000 liters of straw, I'm going to get out 3,000 liters of manure, and I'm going to go ahead and put this on to distribute because there's no reason not to. And yeah, that is going to get automatically moved into the digester here, and it's going to just chug along until it doesn't have anything to chug left. So let's go ahead and turn that back off, turn that off. Alright, I'm going to head back to the farm. I'm going to grab 70,000 liters of straw, and I think that'll be a good starting point because that'll give us 210,000 liters of manure, and that'll keep this processor going for quite some time. So I will meet you all over there. See you in a bit. So I went and grabbed my big tractor, as you can... Oh, ooh, you know what? I don't have a lot of gas in here, so let's just go ahead and take the pickup over there. Man, I have got to give my stuff a bath. Holy cow, look at all the dirt. That's okay. So let's go ahead and grab us a big old trailer load of straw, and then we'll go ahead and fill up that that manure production. And there we go. Okay. Oop, oop, oop. Hung up there. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and head out there. I will see you all there in just a little while. Let's double check. Good to go. Alright, we'll see you over there. Alright, we're approaching the biogas plant as well as the new manure facility over here. Oof. Hit that a little hard. So the reason I'm okay with taking up space from the one bunk is because, one, I don't do a whole lot of bunker work in this particular map, but even if I was, that one bunker by itself is going to give us so much product that it can hold that there's no sense in me not being okay with taking up the space. So that... Holy smokes, it is... Look at it go. Look at that. 200 liters already. That's awesome. Now let's go ahead and... Might as well just turn on the manure portion, because... Or the, yeah, the manure portion of the biogas plant, because why not? Oh man, I've got 31,000 liters of pig food. Oh, I should go and pick that up and sell it. And there we go. So every 2,020 liters of manure, we're going to get 303 liters of methane and 606 liters of digestate. So the methane's going to get shipped over automatically to the power plant next door, and then the digestate will get shipped over to Dexter's laboratory, which that'll turn it into liquid fertilizer. So all in all, yeah, that's I think that's going to be kind of a win. Ooh. Alright, so from here I'm going to jet back to the farm. I will meet you over there. Alright, we're back here at the farm. Gonna park the truck right here. Now let's go see how the workers doing on the field over here. Should be getting pretty close to done on these long legs of the field, and then we're going to be going back and forth on the short legs. Let's see. I mean, they're chugging along, doing their thing. Alright, so we are rapidly approaching the end of the spraying on this field. Just got some touching up to do here and there because, you know, unfortunately technology is good but is never perfect. As you can see here, we got a bit of a strip that's kind of missing here and some spots around here. We're not going to worry about these little spots here, but this big strip right on this kind of northern edge of the east side of the field, yeah, we're going to go ahead and run that back over and figure that out. But this has been just an excellent piece of equipment. I'm really glad I got it because it made all this so easy. And look at this. I only used up 26% of the tank. So what, I mean, less than, I think, 1,000 liters, I think is what I think this holds 3,300. You know what? I'm going to double check that. $3,360, yeah. So less than 1,000 liters of herbicide for both sets of fields. That's amazing, the amount that's being used. Like next to nothing. Perfect. Now let's hit that strip. Right down here at this end of the field. See, almost done with this strip here. because they're right in front of me, I'll go ahead and hit the last couple of stragglers. There we go, perfect. So now we'll fold this away. Alright, now at this point, I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and load up all the pig food that's over at the production point. It's going to be over 30,000 liters, I think. Well, I'm going to go look at the pigs real quick just to see how they're doing feed-wise. Yeah, let's back this right up in here. There we go. Alright, let's go check out the pigs real fast. See how they're doing over there feed-wise. Let's see. Wow, I have 86 pigs. Ha, cool. What, somewhere there's a dialogue box. Oh, it's inside. Ha ha ha. 540. 50,000 liters of food. Ooh, should I take maybe 10,000, bring it over here? Huh. Alright, well, let's, I'll figure that out here in a little bit. But run back across over here. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and head over to the facility to pick up everything. I will meet you all over there once we get there. Alright, now we've gone ahead and fully loaded this trailer as much as we had available, and 37,000 liters of pig food. So I might keep maybe about 7,000 is what I'm thinking, liters of pig food, and use that 7,000 in my pig barn, and then the rest just sell outright. 30,000 liters of pig food is going to be pretty close to approaching 100K is my rough estimate. But I'm going to go ahead and head down to the sell point. I will meet y'all down there. Alright, so we're getting ready to pull in here. Going to go ahead and drop off 30,000 liters of pig food. Like I said, I'm hoping to get around 100K. That's kind of what I'm hoping. We'll see what it actually turns into. Because if we get around 100K, that means it will be over 200,000. I mean, we're going to be over 200,000. I don't think that's going to be an issue. But be over 200K, debt-free. Okay, come on. Oof. Okay, way off. I was way off. Do I want to just sell that? Okay, well, now we're over 200,000 and still got a little bit left over to where I can go ahead and throw that into the pig barn. So we're gonna jet back to the farm just real fast, and then once we do that, we'll be able to drop this off and detach, and should be good. We'll see you over there. Alright, we're gonna drop this off at the pig barn right over here. And there we go. Let's go ahead and turn around, drop this trailer off. Oof. Drop this trailer off and we'll go ahead and, I think, call it an episode. Might be a little bit shorter of one. But we did get a lot accomplished today. We ended up paying off our debts, making quite a significant profit in the month. I mean, you take a look. Whoops. Take a look at our profit for this month. I mean, we're already up $23,000, and we bought a $100,000 piece of equipment already. Almost $100,000 piece of equipment. So we're still 23 grand up. We were 349,000 up from last month. I mean, we're doing fantastic. I cannot be happier with the results here. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing. That shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.